So he continues that he assembled the students and started teaching them. During the prayer time, he would lead a separate congregation. He also started delivering sermons there. Someone who is related to my uncle, Akbar Amir Bakhsh Khan Sahib, incited the sub-inspector of Dera Ghazi Khan that he should report that there is likelihood that unrest could erupt between Ahmadis and non-Ahmadis in the area. Therefore, a guarantee or assurance should be obtained from the heads of the parties. The mosque was desolate before, nobody came there. Ahmadis renovated and started using it. It is only then that the conflict broke out. So he says that I wrote a letter to the promised Messiah ﷺ, where I mentioned about my grandfather and his opposition to us, and I wrote that he was so arrogant and full of enmity that if possible he would kill me. He also informed him of the report he submitted against the Jamaat, and he requested for prayers. So the promised Messiah ﷺ graciously and kindly wrote a reply on the back of my letter with his own hand, and he sent it back by post. The essence of his reply, and these are not the actual words, but the essence was that we should not become agitated. He then prayed that inshallah, God willing, the good consequences will rapidly manifest. The Jamaat should not provide any guarantee or deposit whatsoever for this mosque. If you have to leave the mosque, then do so. Arrangements should then be made for congregational prayers in an Ahmadi's house. But whatever the case, no Ahmadi should give any assurance or guarantee. He says that this letter was kept safely by me. Perhaps Maulvi Aziz Bakhsh Sahib took it from me and did not return it. This is why the letter is not at hand. And this is why he only gave the substance of the letter. So he continues that just a few days after this reply was received from the promised Messiah ﷺ, my so-called grandfather became ill and he died within a few days. The report submitted to the sub-inspector of the police was forwarded to the Deputy Commissioner for appropriate action. The Deputy Commissioner appointed a Muslim EAC officer and said that he should try to bring about reconciliation between the Ahmadis and the non-Ahmadis. He tried his best for many months to bring about reconciliation but was unsuccessful. But in the end, how did God decide? These people could not achieve this, but the verdict of Allah was astonishing. In the end, the river Sindh that flooded the entire part of the city where the mosque was based. The mosque fell and the entire city was swept away by the river. A new city was populated, where Jamaat Ahmadiyya built a new mosque. So far as I remember, the first mosque made in this new city was the mosque of Jamaat Ahmadiyya. Hazrat Nizamuddin Sahib, may Allah be pleased with him, son of Aladita Sahib of Vashu district, Pasrur from district Sialkot. He writes that this is an incident of November 1904 when the promised Messiah ﷺ came to Sialkot. I also came to meet him. Perhaps it was after Zuhr prayers, when in the mosque of the late Hakim Hisamuddin Sahib, the promised Messiah ﷺ provided the following guidance. He said that people abuse me to try and incite your passions. However, you should listen to this abuse and not become impassioned or reply with abuse. If you reply abusively, then they will in turn abuse me. Then this abuse will not be from them, but in fact it will be from you. You should hear the abuse and pray for them and treat them lovingly, so that they are drawn nearer to you. After this, the promised Messiah ﷺ referred to the companions of the Holy Prophet ﷺ that when the kuffar, the disbelievers, abused them and tortured them in every way, they would reply compassionately. Many of the kuffar, the disbelievers, witnessing this righteous behavior and treatment, joined Islam. So therefore you should try to follow their footsteps. He says that what I have conveyed is the essence of what he said, but not the actual words of the promised Messiah ﷺ. So he has presented a summary in his own words. Then Hazrat Munshi Abdullah Sahib Ahmadi from Islamabad, Sialkot city, he took the Pledge of Allegiance on 4 November 1902.